Ma'am, you stand charged with us with possession of a controlled substance. I don't know what's happened in your case.
The officer located a bottle of what they knew to be Mexican Xanax, which was approximately 9 grams.
I'm not going to grant you a PR bond. I think that you're a flight risk.
What you just watched, that was the moment everything started to spiral for Miss Eldridge. But why was a simple traffic stop suddenly about international drugs and a $10,000 bond? This is the state versus Miss Eldridge. It looks like a standard possession case involving 9 grams of what an officer identified as Mexican Xanax. But the real stakes? Her entire freedom. Eldridge claims she has a valid prescription from a local pharmacy, so why did the police label it illicit? And if she was pulled over for a theft at Nordstrom Rack, why wasn't she ever actually charged with it? At stake is a ballooning legal crisis affecting her life for years to come. If you want to see how small legal mix-ups can turn into a permanent prison sentence, hit subscribe. We break down the tactics most people miss. Let's go back to the beginning of this courtroom showdown.
Do you mind if I get a PSR on Miss Eldridge here, please? She's in custody. Obviously. All right. Good morning, Miss Eldridge. I'm bringing you out because we're talking about you. It's only fair that you hear what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you stand charged with us with possession of a controlled substance. I don't know what's happened in your case. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. I've appointed you a lawyer. Your lawyer is here with you, but he's on Zoom, so that you know you're not here alone. Greg. I'm sorry?
May I talk to my lawyer first?
I'm okay with that.
Call the
Yeah.
back, Judge.
What number do you want him to call?
You gotta get the other number on that.
3198.
Call 3198, and then as soon as you're done, come back and then we can, I guess, do probable cause at that point.
What are the first numbers? I always forget, Judge.
It's 927, 832-927.
Okay, got it. Should I give it a few minutes? They gotta take her.
I guess I should have chatted.
Oh, and Judge, I did send you a direct message when you get a chance.
Yeah, all right. You know, I'm kind of slow sometimes, you know?
Yeah, it's
I
more
guess
for the
just so you know.
reset, just so you
Let me know
know.
after you're done.
So
Alright.
you somebody could.
Yeah.
He says three pop.
Did you get your body
Yeah.
All right, did this get taken off? And we talked about the Saturday.
So I haven't even got to the start.
It's his case, that's what I'm
Yeah.
asking. Austin. We can just. So the discovery says.
It's just the deal, the card.
90% sure that
It's
it's
like,
$50. Yeah, then it's just consider all.
I see another thing that the gentleman is out there waiting on.
Yeah.
What is it?
His name is Robert.
Robert's here. Are you ready? Yeah, they're here ready. Okay,
I just need him to come up.
Mr. Behart, are you ready? Coming up, we'll have you sign and we'll get you guys out of here.
Christopher Roberts?
First, I'll bring it up. One, required appearance involved.
Oh, here.
I'm sorry, we need you guys to sign.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're done.
You're Christopher Roberts? Yeah.
Victoria, I'm sending you a text.
I'm sorry, I need you to speak with us. Application, please. We need you to speak with us. Steal my phone, about information. Forwarded. Fill that out and I'm just gonna keep on doing that.
I want to see
You make an offer, a copy.
Yeah.
Would you do it on yours?
Yeah, just do it, see what it's right now. Yeah, do it.
I'll go with it.
Okay.
But he's been to prison. But not on those ones.
Okay, let me just.
Hey, Shreya, I think she got a pump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Confirming it now, but I want to say they got it too.
With Sylvia.
2006. Okay.
I'm confirming it now because I asked Sylvia to confirm for me so that,
Last I talked to Sylvia, she said, yes, she did have it and she goes back.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm waiting on her to like, let me know definitively.
Sylvia was the only one who got a test.
She's the only one that gets, she's great.
The only one.
She's amazing. I know. You don't have to,
I was like, Sylvia is amazing.
yes, she is.
Which is, she's been falling right
No, I can't.
I'm more than happy to talk to her. And it is a little unusual, it's like she's still gonna have to wait for her head. To get into education. That's right. She's there doing it right now. Like rapidly. Let's put the part about this. And I was very, very naive.
You're gonna ask him, because he's gonna address it. Okay. Paper all over there, rinse it, sign it, and then we'll take it off the, we'll do work with the case. Which trust is it? It's a big, all over there. It's a waiver certificate. Right at the top. It's getting out. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
He's supposed to sign it.
I know. it-
Like this, how you supposed to do? I'm like, we're just, yeah, whatever. And I get rid. Yeah, I think it's safer spoken, it's safer. They would know. They don't know. They are changed. They just like, we just get here.
You ready?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, do you mind? He's got, okay.
Just can you send bond conditions for Patrick Walker and
Now we've reached the point where everything looks like it's being reset. But in legal reality, moments like this are often where cases quietly become more dangerous.
Pamela? Hey, James, are you ready to reset yours? I'll Bill,
Can I come back? Cause I'm so confident
about Concord?
about all of mine. Sure then. They're not here soon.
Yeah, they're waiting for appearances.
Yeah. We're back. This. Yeah. Yeah. Bother with 4 days again.
So, I mean, okay. Patrick Walker, come on up. Yeah. Oh, she's come up here. Yes, come up here.
All right, so,
Yes, sir.
great.
Yes.
So Ms. Eldridge, we're going to do probable cause.
Pay attention here, this is the probable cause reading. This is where the prosecution officially builds the foundation of the entire case.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On March 3rd, March 23rd, 2025, at approximately 3:05 p.m., officers responded to a theft at Nordstrom Rack. The officers gave a description of the vehicle involved in the theft, and the officer located the vehicle, which was occupied by a male and female. The officer asked the defendant if she had any property inside the vehicle, and the defendant stated that she had a purse. The officer asked for consent to search the purse, and the defendant granted permission. The officer located a bottle of what they knew to be Mexican Xanax, which was approximately 9 grams. The defendant stated that she had a prescription but was not able to produce it. Based on the circumstances and the defendant's previous drug charges, the officer believed that she did not have a prescription.
May I respond, Your Honor?
I don't know.
Sorry,
Were they just in the street in the car?
they were inside the vehicle that was identified by them as the vehicle for the theft. So
I guess I missed it. There was a theft.
they were dispatched to Nordstrom for a theft.
Okay,
They went to Nordstrom, they were advised that
those are the people.
to give a description of the vehicle that was involved in theft. They located the vehicle, they were found in the vehicle.
Anyone
Your
else?
Honor,
who-
if I may, Your Honor,
Shh. Say it again?
can I say something real quick, Your Honor?
Yeah. look,
I mean, there's no
listen,
description of the vehicle. I mean, there's not specific articulable facts here. Just a white vehicle. We saw a white vehicle. We pulled it over.
And
No description of the people in the car.
It was
I'll have her read it for you.
a black 2015 Hyundai passenger car, bearing Texas license plate KZD 1788.
Okay.
So we do have a description and a
we have a
license
good
plate.
description of the car. Did anyone get arrested for the theft?
It doesn't look like anybody was charged with that, so I don't have a could have been in here.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm gonna find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you.
Now the court is accepting the narrative, but the defense is actively challenging the arrest and vehicle description. This is where the case starts to shift.
Do you understand? So what should we do about bond, guys?
Well, Judge, so she tells me she does have a prescription. It's from Scott's in Midtown. What I found was Scott Reed's Pharmacy. There is one
It's
on.
Mexican, man.
How does the cop know that?
She
Really?
said it's Mexican, Sam.
Yeah. Okay. How does the cop know that?
Huh?
The cop sees a pill and goes, "Oh, this is from Mexico," or "This was in the lab."
This is based on previous work experience, Judge. So,
Yeah, well,
I mean, go see what you can get, I guess, right? And then,
all right, well,
I need to set a bond, no bond right now, so I gotta set.
okay, I'll do a motion, inspect evidence when I have time, and we'll go.
Yeah,
But that being said, Your Honor, she has a $10,000 bond on the felony that was set, and there's a chance she might have a script for this, and she says that they actually should have records of the.
What should we do about bond?
I mean, I would ask for, she's got a 10,000. I would see if the court would do a PR bond on this one. If there's I mean, she has to make the felony bond, and there's a chance she does have a script for this. She shouldn't even be in custody on this if that's true.
She was in absconded status as far as the felony is concerned. I think
A flight risk label is not just a phrase. It directly influences how the judge sees the defendant's future freedom.
that she's a flight risk.
Well,
So,
and may I say something on that too, Your Honor?
sure.
On the MAJ, so she tells me she was reporting. She got switched probation officers. Again, I don't know the veracity of this. I'm just relaying. And so I'm showing that the address that was last reported, this is what they're claiming MAJ as well, was San Leon, Texas. So I don't know if there was a mix up in that where the probation office was. And I don't know if that may have, so I'm just throwing that out there, that may have been part of it.
What do you think for bond?
Judge, we'd oppose any PR bond. We'd ask for a security at any amount at your discretion.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll set bond at $1,500 surety.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna grant you a PR bond. I think that you're a flight risk and you're on felony probation. Regardless, you've not made the $10,000 bond upstairs. If you're able to make bond, we can come back and talk. But if you do, it's extremely important that you maintain contact with the lawyer here.
Yes, sir.
Because if you don't, another warrant will issue here and it's just gonna balloon and just get out of control. Okay? It looks like you have felony court on the 9th
Yes.
of next month. So what we can do is we can set you on the 10th, the following day, to see what happens there. We can't set you the same day, but we'll set you for the day after, and then we'll figure out how to go forward at that time. Oh, I don't know.
I can get on in the morning, Zoom, Your Honor, on the 10th.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, then, okay, so set it for the 10th and he can zoom in at that point
Okay.
for this case. And then, so I'll set bond at $1,500. Okay, man, good luck.
But yeah, she has a friend that might be making bond. She doesn't know yet. So if that plays out, obviously she's going to pop up here before.
Just come back and we can talk.
Okay,
you know?
thank you.
She needs to sign conditions, please.
So the verdict's in. The judge set a $1,500 bond, officially declaring Miss Eldridge a flight risk. But here's the question. Was this a fair call based on her history, or was the system too harsh on a potential prescription mix-up? Comment below, Team Prosecution or Team Eldridge. Who do you actually believe? If this case got you thinking, hit like. Share this with anyone who loves real courtroom drama.